The whiskey sommelier?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not certified by education. I'm certified by experience, right? We just want to call, if there's a sip odometer somewhere, I'm sure I'd walk right through the class.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I want to be seeing you today.
Oh, what do you mean?
You're not very nice lately.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a bottom dollar in fantasy football league.
I'm in the playoffs right now.
Oh yeah, for the my birthday week, and you decide to beat me in fantasy football. That's not right. There's rules.
I'm 6-2 in the last 8 games. I started 0-4, but
You do that all the time. You always
never give up.
Basement.
Never give up. It's a long season.
It is, and you should never give up. But go to hell anyway. Welcome to the cave. I'm Tom.
I'm Derek.
That's Derek. We're not getting along right now, or at least
I'm fine with it.
I'm not getting along with him right now, but that's personal matters. We'll get over that. I got some good stuff today.
Yeah.
I've had a chaotic kind of week. Obviously, birthday week.
Yeah.
I got the pleasure of I don't know what the term is. I did a whiskey tasting.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really host it. It was somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I was the one doing the whiskey tasting. So what's my term there?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I mean, you're still the master of ceremonies. You're still organizing it.
Yes. Yeah. So, but whatever that guy is, that's what I did.
The whiskey sommelier?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not certified by education. I'm certified by experience, right? We just want to call, if there's a sip odometer somewhere, I'm sure I'd walk right through the class.
Yeah.
That being said, it was a great time. 8 people, 9 me.
Yep.
We poured 6 whiskeys, mostly bourbons. We did whiskeys. We did in order. I think we did Maker's Mark. What was the second? Oh, Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, which we're actually going to bring that up as a reference.
Okay.
Horse Soldier.
Yep, we did that one.
We did a little 30-minute cheese and cracker.
Okay. Good.
Pace themselves.
Yeah. These things can get out of hand.
Yeah, I know they can. Came back with E.H. Taylor, the straight rye.
Mm-hmm.
So that was our rye offering, which is our most
mellow.
Varied. It was 51% rye, and then a bunch of corn. Rye by definition. Then we did Booker's.
Yep, one of my favorites.
And you know me, man. I gotta play dirty pool every now and then, right? I was asked to do a bourbon tasting. Well, obviously, I'm a Scotch guy more often than not, and I did bring in a rye, but I also brought in High West Campfire, which brings in peated Isla whiskey to play.
Interesting.
So that was what we finished it off with, and it was a
Went
great time.
okay?
Very interactive bunch. Just good banter, good conversation.
Cool.
An awesome time. It was a great time. So other than that, the weekend was still full again, birthday weekend.
Yeah.
So, birthday dinner and, just a lot of family matters and even right up to today. Like today, I mean, it's a work day today. But even today, it's just been nonstop. It's just been a little crazy. Went up to the Lakes region today, Lake Winnipesaukee.
Yep.
Did a little work, then I decided to go to a local cigar lounge.
That's where you were late.
That's, you want to just call it now?
Just leave me these openings.
So yes, I was in proximity of a fine cigar lounge.
Yep. Had to stop in.
And I got to say hello, maybe have a little cigar,
Mm-hmm.
something, throw some emails out there,
Sure.
get some things done.
Multitask.
But I'm also guilty because I picked up what's new to the cave
On the way home?
Monday.
Oh.
I was down in Mass Monday, and I picked up what's new to the cave. I walked into the cigar lounge. I thought they had a liquor license, so I could have a little whiskey with my cigar. And he goes, no, we're just BYOB.
Oh, so you've opened the new
So I
cave.
kind of opened what's new to the cave. I mean, what the hell you want?
What do we got?
What do we got? We have the annual release, Oban. So this is
cool. I like that cool graphic on the bottom.
It really is. So we've got a few of them here. Now, they're over here now. Previous, I do like the annual releases of Oban.
I'm a big fan just of Oban.
Same here.
Never goes wrong. And it's usually a good call.
And you would like this too. I can confirm that. This is the special release 2025, 12 years. Heart of the Harbor. Toffee and spice warmly embrace notes of citrus and sea breeze. Matured in ex-bourbon American oak cask. So I will put this open, but again. And I did, by the way, I did share this.
Okay.
Because etiquette of a cigar bar, if it's a BYOB cigar lounge, and you pop open a thing of whiskey, you share it with those that are around you. That's proper cigar lounge etiquette.
All right.
So I did not consume this all, in an afternoon. Especially at cast strength coming in at 54.7. But there was you'll like this. This was good. So I will probably go out and try and score another one of these. I probably should have bought two while I was there because I do tend to like their special releases, but I just got the one. What can I say? But we'll try this a little later.
All right.
We'll get you caught up.
So that brings us to the main event.
That is the main event. Yes. So figured we do what we introduced. I don't know if it was last week or the week before.
It was 2 weeks ago.
I think it was 2 weeks ago. So this was what I call a fisticuffs bottle. So they've been, they just released a few in New Hampshire, and all the bourbon and whiskey posts on Facebook in New Hampshire, they're all like, "Oh, this is two here. There's one over here. There's, you gotta go get it." So they've been trying to round them all up, and that is the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage Barrel Toasted. So basically a Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Toasted. So I'd like to try and crack this.
Cool.
And so let's get us a couple glasses.
So what does it mean to be toasted?
Great question, Deep. Great question.
Because they're all charred, right? It's not charred.
Yes. So in order to be a bourbon, it's got to be charred, right? Yep. New American oak charred barrels. Pour if you don't mind. So the toasted is actually technically a finishing process. So when they're done aging it, basically they're taking. We're gonna do a comp, by the way. So this is, I have right here as well, the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel.
Yep.
So they take this whiskey and they finish it in a toasted barrel. What's the difference between toasted and charred? Because they really do sound the same. Charred is lit on fire. Toasted is warm, heated up.
Kind of like baked.
Baked. Great way to put it. So they take it out of the charred barrel that's been aging for however long they want to age it for, 2 years, 4 years, 6 years. And they bring it to a non-charred, toasted, baked, heated up barrel. And then they leave it in there for their set desired time. Technically, that is a finished bourbon. Now, let's go into technicalities, which I got somebody out there yelling at me right now, like, "Well, that's Jack Daniel's. That's not bourbon." I feel the camera just screaming at me, right? Jack Daniel's can legally be defined as bourbon. It meets all the legal definitions of bourbon. They don't want to call themselves bourbon. They want to call them, because they use what they call the Lincoln process, which is that charcoal filtration process. And it's more marketing. I mean, I'm sure the charcoal does something nice. It makes it, more mellow and approachable. But they want to separate themselves. They want to be Tennessee whiskey. They want to promote that whole that branding and that image. So they although they can use the term bourbon, they choose not to use it.
Right. They put a lot of effort into building this kind of distinction.
Correct. Yes. But here's what's interesting. So when you take a bourbon and you finish it, there's legal requirements to how you got to label that bottle. Okay, we talk about words and phrases all the time. They have to call it finished in. So even Woodford Double Oaked is Woodford bourbon finished in oak barrels. They have to put the word finish in there. So if they finished it in a sherry cask, they can call it bourbon finished in. Okay, but all the other terminology has to change, straight bourbon, things of such, yada, yada, yada. So I'll give you a good example of that. You've had this before. You love this bottle. This is the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Elijah Craig obviously calls themselves a bourbon. So if I read right here, our small batch bourbon finished in toasted new oak barrels.
Yep.
So they met the legal requirements for labeling. You see the word finished here?
I can't see that.
This is single barrel, heritage barrel, Tennessee whiskey. And if you read all the fine print, there's no mention of being finished.
Because it doesn't call itself a bourbon.
Because they call it Tennessee whiskey.
Yep, and there's no regulations.
There's no regulation to be called Tennessee whiskey, other than maybe Tennessee has some local regulations.
Yep.
But it is not under the bourbon law. So a little how one can be labeled one and not the other.
Can other things other than Jack Daniels be labeled Tennessee whiskey?
That's a great question, actually. I don't know why you... So you have to disclose where it's being distilled. So, I mean, it's not being distilled in whiskey. It'd be Indiana whiskey.
Well, I didn't know if they copyrighted that or somehow protected the Tennessee whiskey logo or language.
I would imagine Tennessee would do that.
Well, Jack Daniels, could they do that? Maybe it's too generic.
But I don't know. Tennessee's a kind of a jacked up area anyway. And I can simply say that by this is being produced in a dry county. You can't go to a bar in this county and order a Jack and Coke. That was dry pre-prohibition, and you couldn't even distill even post-prohibition. But shortly after that, they did allow you to distill. So hence Jack Daniels started distilling, and it's just in that county. I think in Monroe County or whatever it is. All the other counties in Tennessee chose, hey, let's drink, let's party. But this is still a dry county. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, there's got to be something in Utah, right? Where are the other dry counties?
I think even Utah rolled back a lot of that stuff. And even then they had like ways around it. I know there's some places, there used to be some dry counties in Texas, and even there were ways around it. But now
So you can
I'm
now...
up in Maine, a long way away from those places.
Seriously. So you can now sample Jack Daniels at the distillery. And there was a point in time, I want to say it was the early 90s, that they allowed distilleries in this county, such as Jack, to sell unique bottles from the distillery that you could only get from Jack Daniels, the distillery. And now I think, fast forward another 10 years, they started to allow small sampling and things of that nature. But you can't leave Jack Daniels distillery. Go to your local restaurant and order Jack and Coke.
Both the Texas and Utah in the past, they have places that have like private clubs. So you had to be a member of the club to drink alcohol there. In Utah, you had to order food if you were going to drink. But you could sign up to be a member at the door.
Right. Yeah, I need $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Basically.
There's even some of that here in New Hampshire with the old social clubs.
Yep.
Where you can still smoke cigarettes indoors. And you can get there at 10 a.m., $2 draft Bud Lights, smoke cigarettes, and that's no food.
Mm-hmm.
Just, yeah. So, let's get a nose on this. So this nose has already given me everything I expected. So, much like the Elijah Craig, when you go through the toasting process, there's a tendency to bring out a softer, sweeter marshmallow. I was going to say, exaggerates the vanilla.
Kind of soft, sweet.
And it just brings me, quite honestly, I fully expect this to bring me to s'mores.
Mm-hmm.
The vanilla, the graham cracker, marshmallow.
Is good.
And maybe a little bit of hint of chocolate.
Ready?
Yeah. Ooh. I think the graham picks up. The graham cracker.
It's got a really kind of light, sweet start, and then kind of a little crisper, little spicier finish.
Yes. In my recall, if I were to compare this to the Elijah Craig toasted barrel that I just brought out, that one to me, at least I recall, it has more marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
This one, a little spice, a little more graham cracker, but still in the same kind of wheelhouse.
It's very drinkable.
It's extremely drinkable. It's still Jack at its core. So all you Jack Daniels fans, you're going to love this. Matter of fact, I'd like to try and sample the single barrel side by side and see what that finishing process...
Yeah, what does that toasting do?
So Let's do that. So, slight variation in proof. You're talking 40% alcohol, 47% alcohol versus 50% alcohol. So the toasted is a little warmer. Yeah. And of course, although this says dead even 100, so clearly this was, usually when it's 100, it's done by design.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the single barrels, they may have different variations of proof depending on
Batch to batch.
Correct. I probably know the answer to this question, but what's your favorite Jack?
My Jack exposure's pretty limited. But like off the top of my head, I would probably say the Sinatra.
Sinatra would have been my guess. Sinatra's a phenomenal bottle.
I'd say the nose is a little less impactful.
I would agree.
It's got as much going on. Same lane, but just not quite as noticeable.
A little soft, a little sweet, but also a little bit more present.
Mm-hmm.
Creamier? Maybe I just took a big sip. Big sip. Of course, this is... Oh, I'm reading the wrong bottle. So they're just rolling out caramel, spice, bright fruit notes, sweet aromatics. On the toasted, they're calling it vanilla, marshmallow, and toffee.
Yeah, so a little more sweetness, a little more sugar notes in the toasted. A little spicier on the finish.
I thought the toasted was spicier, yeah.
Yeah, a little spicier on the finish.
It was a little proofier, so.
The balance is maybe, I'd say better, but this is very balanced. The flavor is pretty similar, kind of front to back.
I actually think I get more marshmallow on the single barrel.
Maybe marshmallow, but I think this got a little more sugary note, just more that caramel, sugar, vanilla. Because the marshmallow doesn't really taste like anything.
Watch your mouth. This is, I get more, I do. I mean, it's still all sweet and it's divine, it's great, but I get more spicy graham cracker.
Yeah.
Would be where I go with this. Both really good.
Yeah, very drinkable.
Yeah, I can see why people are fighting to get their hands on this one.
When you toast a marshmallow,
yeah,
take your time. It's golden brown, melted in the center.
You don't just burn the shit out.
For me, I burn the shit out of it.
I think that's what
I light mine on fire.
Yeah,
and I just pull the outside crispy edge off, and then I light it on fire again.
I've never seen you eat a marshmallow, but that's exactly how I would have pictured it. You just burn the shit out of it, getting the fire going.
Yeah.
No, that's not enough. Throw it back in.
I pull the outside edge off. I just pull the outside crispy skin off.
So you actually don't eat the crispy skin?
Well, then I put it back. No, I eat the crispy skin. I put it back in and light it on fire again.
Yeah, but didn't I just describe that? Like,
yeah.
I can just picture you just throwing it back in.
I like the crispy outside. I like the caramely, chewy outside bit.
I'm a golden brown kind of guy.
Yeah, it's too much. Takes too much work.
You gotta rotate it.
Yeah. Well, you could highly screw it up, right? There's a high chance of screw up, and then you gotta start over again.
I'll give you that, but have a little skill set, So I'm a fan of this bottle. I will say that. I'm actually a fan of both, but do you have a preference, one over the other?
I might like this straight single barrel just a hair better. I think it's better put together. I think that this has a little too much distinction between kind of my first taste and my last taste.
I think I got to agree with you. I'm splitting hairs.
Yeah, I know that they're both good. They're close to each other.
They're really similar. There's not a whole lot of variation between this. There's slight subtleties here and there. But for some reason, I'm just jiving that I guess I'm getting a little bit of what, as I wanted to say, that more of that marshmallow. Maybe it's just a little less that spice.
Definitely less spice on
the single barrel.
Single barrel.
Yeah. So what would be a good occasion for this bottle? I mean, would you buy this on the regular? Would you buy it?
Probably not.
$70.
It's not a price thing. I just don't.
Not your lane thing.
I would have to have my friend Shay's a big Jack Daniels fan. If she was coming over, I might buy a bottle so that she could try it. So she would enjoy the experience.
That's kind of what I was getting at. This is great for that experience, especially if you've got somebody in your circle that.
If I knew somebody would appreciate it, then that would be. It's not the price. It's just I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't open it very frequently. I would just collect dust.
You'd sit there and save it for that right occasion.
Yeah.
And I say that all the time. There's a bunch of bottles in here that I enjoy them all, but ultimately I'm waiting for that one person to come into the cave, sit down, and they could hit me with what do you normally drink? I don't know. I drink Highland Park. Well, I got something special for you, right? And you're kind of elevating that Highland Park game. In this case, you're elevating that Jack Daniels game. I do think this is nice to have in the cave. I think this is great for the collection, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely think for that special occasion, for that Jack Daniels lover, this is a home run hit.
Yeah.
That's how I would cut it.
I'm not stocking American whiskey. Generally speaking.
You're a hater.
In my house.
You're a hater.
I have 2 bottles of Sinatra. That's it.
I did ask you that. Well, I think you guys will like this, especially you Jack fans, bourbon drinkers.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
If you're an Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel fan, then you'll like this as well. Pretty comparable. So yeah, go grab it. I think it's good juice, man. Well, listen to this guy. Listen to me. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in to the cave.
I say anything bad about it.
I listen. I'm so pissed at you. I'm Tom.
I'm Derek.
That's an asshole. Be good.
I'm good.
We'll see you next time.